Hey guys, it's James with Rambling Dasher, and we are back for another dash. Yeah, so it is Wednesday. We'll start out. I started the dash a few minutes ago, maybe like 10 minutes ago, in the house, and haven't got any long range orders yet, so I gotta move a little closer. But we'll start out looking at our numbers. So we did not dash on Tuesday. We had some like a going away get together with my daughter. She is on a flight, 14-hour plus flight to Japan right now. So yeah, her and my son and their mom and their aunt all took off and did a 10-day trip to Japan, mainly to get my daughter set up in her new dorm or whatever it is. I don't think it's in a dorm, but like an apartment type thing, where she is going to attend classes. And I couldn't even begin to tell you the name of the place, but it is a Japanese language school to learn how to speak Japanese, and then hopefully to become an interpreter for who knows what. But that's her goal, that's her dream, so more power to her. But yeah, we went and ate dinner at Brood and Barley over in North Little Rock last night, and shout out to those guys. It was delicious. So had leftovers for lunch today. Everything about that place is awesome. If you haven't made it over there, then I would definitely recommend that you give it a try. So anyway, I'm out dashing today, just looking at a little bit of stuff here. Earnings this week so far is sitting at $89.50, and I had roughly a $7 cash tip in there somewhere along the way. So I had $100 with my name on it. And it was cutting it close to when I had to leave Monday night. Got to Sonic, and they're like, we don't have an order for that person, and it's going to take 20 minutes just to, you know, get an order made. And I was like, I'm out. So I went through DoorDash, sat there for 10-15 minutes trying to figure that crap out, and finally figured out that I needed to just say that the restaurant had an issue, that they don't have an order for that person, and that yeah, we just went on our merry way. And well, truthfully, I was going to try to get some more orders, right? But here's what happens, right? I am looking at my ratings. So my ratings, where I had an AR of 96 when this started, right? I got back to back to back to back. They were like $4 for 10 miles, $2 for 6 miles. It was just crap. I got 7 in a row within a minute, and my AR went from 96 to 89, and that's where it is right now. So I'm glad I had the ability to do that without losing my status, but very frustrating in a minute's time that I went from 96 to 89. And I just kind of hate DoorDash for that, but it is what it is. And here we are on Wednesday, and the other day on Monday, I thought, oh, it's going to be a good night, and it was a decent night. I still, you know, I ended up with like $95, $96, but it could have been better. Could have easily, you know, broke the 100, but started out quick with some high dollar orders or over $10 orders, and then it kind of tapered off pretty low in that. But anyway, so my numbers are 89 AR, 99 completion rate, 92 on time early, 5.0 rating, 121 deliveries in the last 30 days, and $26.97 on my lifetime delivery. So slowly inching towards the 3,000 mark. So we'll see what happens when that gets there. Supposedly they've got some kind of deal that they give you some, I don't know what they give you. Maybe it's just like, hey, good job on hitting 3,000. I don't know, but we'll see. I saw something recently for recognition for people that hit numbers, so that's my next one that's coming up. So I did get that email that maybe if you're a DoorDasher, you got an email saying, hey, complete 3 dashes, blah, 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 between these dates and get a free bag. So supposedly that bag is on its way. I got so many bags back there, it's you know, having to cycle through those things, but I do try to use the bags. I got 2 pizza bags, 2 of their regular bags, and a catering bag. And I go through them pretty quick. It's not like trashing them, but I use them often. Sometimes I get regular orders that are too big to fit in the regular bag, so I'll put them, instead of doing 2 of the small bags, I'll just put all the food in the big catering bag. And then I use the pizza ones all the time. So here's the first crap order of the day. 10 miles for $6.50. But I'm gonna go ahead and take it to get off the snide here. It's at a Cookie Crumble. And there is our thing. So I did have to check. I have these little headphones, some crap headphones from airplanes. Hello, testing. Okay, we can hear. The other day I did, I don't know how much of Monday I recorded it all, but it was, I failed to charge my mic and the microphone up here and the receiver that plugs into my phone. I failed to charge those things over the weekend, and yeah, they died. I don't know how long they lasted, probably not long at all. And yeah, I got a bunch of soundless video on Monday, so there's that. We aren't anywhere close to trying to turn that into a YouTube video at this point, because I'm a good 2 weeks behind. I think I uploaded something for maybe the 15th or something, or the 17th maybe. So that might be premiering tonight at 6. So we'll see. But yeah, anyway, we're going to hit pause here and run in and grab these cookies. Seems like it is crowded up in this place, so we'll park back at the back here. And we'll catch you guys in a couple minutes. Alright guys, we have this order. It's telling me to take the freeway, but I just think I'm gonna go the back way. Because basically I gotta go across that side of the freeway, then come back over on this side of the freeway, so we'll just save ourselves a trip. It might be quicker. We'll fix to find out. It says 14 minutes if I go that way. And when it sees and it figures it out, I'm gonna not go where it's telling me. 15 minutes this way, so we lose a minute. We lose a minute. So yeah, that was good times on Monday night. I was so frustrated, just ready to get out of there. I'm sure when that video drops, which will be before this one does, but still, it's just gonna be, it's one of those frustrating times with DoorDash where you're like, nope, 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 And then finally I just said, well, screw all this, I got to turn it off before I get another one, because I mean, I guarantee you I would have kept getting them. But there were 7 in a row. That's just ridiculous. And this was all after 10 o'clock. 7 in a row of garbage orders. Some of them I would have taken, but they are like 10 miles, and I'm just like, good night. Like this one here, it's still early in the day, and I don't mind trying to get some orders out there early on, even if they're a little bit farther away, because I know it could be slim pickings for some of these things. So if it's up there a little bit over the $1 per mile, then I'm going to take it, and just so I can make sure to try to save some of those AR's declines for like truly bad ones, like $2, whether you know that's $2 with no tip, stuff like that. So anyway, I do want to, if anybody's watching that's dashing that's new, I want to encourage you guys to stick around and get out there and fight for it. It can be frustrating, especially in the early days. I got 3. Do I have 3? I don't know. At some point I had 3 like things that new people have to do, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, when you're new, you get 2 solid weeks of priority, right? And then they take it away from you. And priority means if you're going to keep the priority, and I can tell you that I just busted my tail with 0 priority, and it took me 11 different dashes. Some were 3-hour dashes, some were 6-hour dashes, but 11 times over a couple of 2.5 weeks. So I started on a Monday, and it was 2 weeks later on a Wednesday that I finally got 100 orders. Well, 100 deliveries. So 100 deliveries, and I had only missed like 4 in that time frame, because at the end my AR was 96. So I had 100 deliveries, but one of the criteria is 0. If you have to have 100 deliveries in the last 30 days to get gold. I mean, to get platinum. Sorry. You have to have some. You have to have a certain level of ratings. You have to have a certain level of a couple other things. Your acceptance rate has to be over 70%. So that means that you have, and it's not, this is where I don't know how they figure that out if you haven't done 100 deliveries yet, if it's a percentage or if it's an actual number of a 70 AR out of your last 100. But if you haven't even hit 70 deliveries yet, then you're kind of out of the loop in that regard as well. So 3 things I recommend for brand new dashers. If you're going to do it and continuously do it, if you're just doing it like, hey, I need to make an extra $25 this week, and you go out and dash a couple weeks because you live at home and somebody else pays your bills, but you want to buy something like a video game or some crap, then this isn't for you, right? But for people that are starting this either as a part-time person or a full-time dasher, you got to know some of the rules, right? So my first rule is, in this interim period when you have priority, accept all the freaking orders, right? As many as you can to get to that first 100. Okay? Now if you're like me, I'm a part-timer, so I only work after I get done with work, and then I go out for like 6 hours on Mondays and Wednesdays and 3 hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I am in a relatively small area, but right next to a larger area. And a lot of people from the larger area, because of the quality and the neighborhoods, you can get into some dicey neighborhoods that you're kind of worried about, especially after dark. A lot of dashers come to our area to dash, so our area is saturated to start with, right? So having that priority is, to me, a must. I didn't hardly get any out of that first 100 that I got back, because I took a month off and came back with 0. I had all the other numbers that I needed, but that 0 orders in the last 30 days needed to be 100. So it took me 11 dashes to get that done. And just know that there were 3 hours and 6 hours, so probably 6, 6, 6, 6, so that's 24, 30, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 3-hour days, so 45 hours to get 100 deliveries. That's a lot. So I just got a message from these people that says thank you with some emojis that I can't see, and drive safe, and some more emojis, so that's nice of them. So anyway, back to my top 3 things that I recommend for a brand new dasher who is going to try to make a go of it. Number 1, get to that 100 as fast as you can. 100 deliveries as fast as you can. So how do you do that? Accept all the orders, even if they're crap orders. Just accept them and say, hey, this is your initiation. Accept the orders. Get up to that 100 as fast as possible, right? Number 2 is what's number 2? Number 2 is, I don't know what number 2 is. That's why so yeah, number 2 is going to be your AR, which means your acceptance rate. So, which I don't think that, so I probably need to rethink this and redo this, because number 2, acceptance rate, doesn't really make sense, because your acceptance rate is going to be up there if you accept your first 100 orders and you get them delivered as fast as you can. Your acceptance rate will be at 100%. Your orders in the last 30 days will be at 100. Okay? So the other things that affect your status is going to be your ratings. Your customer ratings have to be over, I think, 4.7 to be a platinum, if I'm not mistaken. And to achieve that, you have to have ratings, right? So how do I get ratings? Is I go out there and I contact the client. I contact the customer. I let them know, hey, I'm at the restaurant and the restaurant is waiting, is working on your order, right? So I do it this way to make it quicker for me, is my phone has a clipboard and I can pin things in the clipboard, and I copy and paste all day, every day on my phone. But every time I go dashing, I go get rid of all the garbage out of the clipboard except for the pinned ones, and I have them pinned in order the way that I want them in there. So you may have to paste it, copy it, and then pin it in the order that you want them. And I always start with, well, the one there, it shows me 3 at a time, or the top 3, and the 3 that I want up there are DoorDashing ones. The first one on the right says, hey, I've got your order and blah blah blah. So I try to personalize it. I say, hey Jason, whatever the person's name is, try to spell it right. Even if it's a cray name, spell it correctly, okay? And put an explanation mark, right? I can't even say it. So use appropriate punctuation. Try to look like you're trying to impress someone, right? So there's 2 parts of doing this. Is 1, to try to entice them to give you a rating. Number 2 is entice them so much to give you additional tip. Okay, because we're not here to do our community service. We're dashing to make money, right? And tips is a huge bonus on top of the money that we accepted already. Especially if you see a $2 order, you know there's no tip associated with that. So you want to be as nice to those people. And it can be frustrating, but it's one of those like playing the lottery kind of things. If you don't play it, you can't get it. Some people just automatically do no tip and pay cash tips. Some people do $2 or do a no tip at all. So, but the nicer you are, it increases your odds, is the way I look at it, right? So the more you play that game with that customer, is the better odds you have at getting an additional tip or a rating, right? So this is why right now I got my last 100 orders is the only things they capture the rating on. I have 100 5.0s. And the ratings aren't your last 100 deliveries. They are the last 100 people who chose to rate you. So it could have taken me 500 or 1,000 deliveries before I got 100 people who rated me. But I found out the more that I communicated with them, the more that I got the ratings. So once you start communicating, you will get ratings a lot faster. So I would say communicate at the time of accepting, or at not accepting, but getting to the restaurant and just say, hey Johnny, and then I type in the name of the restaurant, right? So I'll say, hey, person's name, and then I type exclamation point, and then I type in, like, I don't know, Sonic, right? Because there's a Sonic over there. So Sonic, and then I paste this rest of this comment that says something like, is working on your order. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do to make your experience even better, right? Cheesy, whatever. It is what it is. But I do that to every single customer as soon as I get to the restaurant. Then I send them a cheesy meme, right? And I read, like, on Facebook and stuff, people are like, you know, the worst thing anybody can do is send me a meme. I just want my food. And I'm like, all right, fine. I won't be getting a tip from you, right? I guarantee you that those people that will take the time to say that don't waste your time sending a meme is really telling you don't waste your time giving anything over, above, and beyond, because you're not going to get a tip, right? But trying to be nice to someone, throwing something funny their way, there's nothing rude about that, right? My daughter would never send the meme because she thought it was silly. I think it's hilarious because those things are funny sometimes, right? So just keep that in mind. Sometimes people need something in their day to make them smile, and this is just your way of being able. Some people, you can send them $100 and they'll tell you to F off, right? So you just gotta play the game and try to make people happy and entice them to give you a rating and or a tip. So that's the way I look at it. All right, so we're at the address, but it's in an apartment complex, and I gotta find this apartment. Man, it's right here at the front. So I have never, I don't know, maybe I've been here before, but man, there's no damn sidewalk here. Is there a sidewalk? Nope. The sidewalk is on the other end where all the cars are parked. Alright, I'll get back to this little story here. We'll probably repeat it time and time again, but I'm gonna hit the pause button. I'll be right back. Alright, so we are back. I just popped up another order, so it's just $4 for less than 2 miles, so we're gonna do it. So Haley was nice enough to be waiting out here, so I didn't have to walk around to the back of the building, but it looks like it's at the front, so that's weird. That these apartments are definitely different than most, because usually, like, if this number was like 1212 or something like that, It's usually around the back and upstairs. This one's right up front. So they got some weird numbering system. So I got I think it said Little Caesars, so that's just down here at this little strip mall or whatever you want to call it. There's a Little Caesars in there, so we'll run in there and grab a Little Caesars and go deliver it a couple miles somewhere for $4. So that'll get us up over $10. So yeah, her order was like $6.50, $6.75, something like that, with 0 tip. So at least DoorDash took care of me driving 10 miles for $6.50 or something. That's what I don't like coming down here. It's not that bad, really. It's just the fact that the closer you get to Little Rock, the more chances you have of getting sucked in over there. And then I'm gonna decline them. Unless it's like $10, $15 or more, then I'm gonna decline them, because I don't want to drive all the way up into Little Rock. And for whatever reason, weirdos from way up in Little Rock decide, hey, I'm gonna order something from down at Otter Creek or Bryant, because like, hey, there's no Logan's up there, or there's no Mexican restaurant up there. There's plenty of Mexican restaurants up there that are just as good, if not better, than this one here. But I get this one here and they want to ship it all the way up there in the middle of nowhere, or not in the middle of Little Rock, and I'm like, people, there's gotta be some closer Mexican places. But anyway, it is what it is. Alright, I'm here and I'm going to run in and grab this pizza, so we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back and we are heading out. It's 1 mile 4 minutes, so not a bad deal. I didn't have to wait too long in there, maybe just a couple of minutes, so that's just fine. So yeah, there's that. There's one big old pothole in this parking lot. Okay, back to our deal for brand new Dashers. So my advice to new Dashers: number one, get to 100 ASAP. 100 deliveries as fast as you can, because you've got a limited time to get there before they take that priority away from you. Accept all the orders that you can, right? Accept them and don't decline them. The more that you decline, the longer it's going to take you to get there. So just keep that in mind. If you can knock them all out in that first couple of weeks before they take away your status, you're going to be better off after that, because status brings a lot of things, including potentially better pay, priority on orders when there's a saturated market, and 2, not having to schedule your delivery times. So if you are like me and you forget to go in there and schedule out X number of days in advance, then you're gonna get to where, like me, you go to hit dash now and it doesn't have a dash now button there. It says schedule, and you're packed up in the car ready to rock and roll, and guess what, there's no deliveries. I have made a wrong turn somewhere. I guess I thought it was taking me in this neighborhood, but it's saying nope, go down the other road. That is not where I thought I was going. So anyway, so number 2 is get your ratings, right? So this is what I was telling what I do on my ratings. So the very first, when I get to the store, I accept the order and then I go directly to the restaurant and I tell the customer, hey, and I use their name, hey Johnny, I'm here, and then I type in hey Johnny, exclamation. Then I say Sonic, and then I paste a pre-written text. Sonic, and then copy or paste it from my clipboard, is working on your order. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your experience even better. Boom. Then I send a meme. So go out in the Facebook world or look them up on the internet. You'll find people that have posted memes and Google Images. All kinds of them. So I got tons of them from out there. I take them, save them into a folder, like I think it uses Google, your Google Photos. So store them in a photo, name it DoorDash or something. Keep them where you can find them easily. In an album. Sorry. Yeah, you got to put them in an album. Because it makes them a whole lot easier to track down. Because if they're just in the middle of your thousands of pictures on your phone, you'll never scroll down and find them. So dump them in an album. So send them the meme when you're leaving. So there's plenty of memes out there that says, hey, I'm on my way with your food, and it has something silly or funny on there. Just make it whatever. Or sorry, I'm at the first meme, which is, hey, I'm at the restaurant waiting on your food. So I use one for women more than men, that has like the friends group sitting in the coffee shop, and they're all looking up, like waiting for someone taking their order, you know. So I use that one for women, and then for men I use one because I like The Office. So this has Jim peeking through the blinds into the conference room, but it says something on me at the restaurant waiting on your food, or something cheesy like that, right? So just send them something silly or funny, and if it's goofy, then guess what? The goofier the better. Because people just eat that stuff up. It makes them smile. It makes them, you know, whatever, feel good. So you want something to do that. Number 2 is when you get the food in your car, take a second. And mine is all typed in there, right? It's all in my clipboard. So all I have to do is go to the messages, hit my cursor down there, and then hit the clipboard button, and I will send a message that says, hey, I have your food, I'm on the way, or something to that regard. Come on, give me the address. That's not it. Okay, it's way around. And then send them another meme, right? So my second meme is, I've got your food, I'm on the way. Or you just do something funny, like there's one with Homer Simpson that says, hey, thanks for the free food. And then you just say, oh, and then at the bottom it says, just kidding, I'm on the way, blah, blah, blah. And then if I send that one, I always send 3 little rolling on the floor laughing emojis. And then people typically will write back something. If they don't, they don't. If they do, then there's higher chances that they are gonna, if they send LMAO or something like that, you know, they got a better shot of leaving you a rating and or giving you a better tip, right? And that's what we're here for, to get ratings and get better tips so that we can get better orders. So the next one is when you get there with the food, right? And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm open it up, I'm going to messages, go to my clipboard. It says dropping off now, thanks, thank you, enjoy. Send a meme, and then I have a little cheesy meme that says something, knock knock knock, or it says knock knock, who's there? No fear, DoorDash is here. So it's just cheese, right? Straight up cheesy as all get out. So I send that, and we're good. So those are 2 things to me that are very important, is to get your 100 deliveries in the last 30 days and get your ball rolling on getting ratings and bigger tips by being nice to people. People love it when you let them know what's going on. I get stopped by trains all the time, and I was like, I was like, and I just, when I'm sitting there waiting on a train, I said, hey, sorry, there's a train, you know, just letting them know. All right, I'm gonna drop this off. I'll be right back. All right, not too bad. So, the Dash app has changed recently, excuse me, to show that you're kind of like a little status update every time you finish an order. So so far at $10.50 for 55 minutes with 2 out of 2, meaning I've offers accepted 2 out of 2. So I was offered 2 orders and I accepted 2 orders. And this offer was $4, and you can expand on that to show that it was a $2 base pay, $2 tip, and then continue dashing. So you don't have to continue dashing, because I get the next dash all the time while I'm looking at that. So we're at $10.50 so far, well below our $20 an hour that we shoot for, but yeah, so all right. So I'm trying to think, because I can't think of it right now. I thought I had 3 things that I recommend for brand new drivers, but I, for the life of me, can only think of the 2. It could be that the 3rd one, it has related to the first 2 somehow. I just don't know. Let me look at the stats and see if I can look at anything that makes any sense. So overall, what am I looking for? So you got to have acceptance rate of 70, a completion rate of 95, a customer rating of 4.7, and deliveries in the last 30 days of 100. So yeah, I would just try to knock out that 100 in the first X number of days. One thing I will tell you is that if you don't, it's okay if you don't, but let's say that over the first week or 2 you get like 60 deliveries, right? And if you're going to continue to go on, you got to remember to schedule, because once you lose that initial status, you don't have platinum, then you've got to schedule your times that you're going to dash. So make sure that you schedule. And I'm going to tell you, this is my strategy. Don't go telling this to everybody, but schedule even if you are platinum. Because here's the reality with this situation, is that there's people out there that just say, hey, I need a couple extra dollars. I need, you know, because I gotta buy pot or snacks, or I gotta go play the lottery, right? But the people that need it and they're doing it for bigger things, then those first and foremost, I feel for people, but I'm here to do what I gotta do first, right? Now, if I can help somebody in other ways, then I'll help them. I'm helping you by possibly helping you. I don't know if I'm giving good advice or not, but this is the stuff that I do. But for me, I'm platinum now, and when I'm platinum, I still schedule. Because the scheduling tells DoorDash, hey, we've got so many people scheduled, don't let other people dash. So if you're not platinum and you didn't schedule, then you can't dash during a time that you didn't pre-schedule. It'll have a schedule button and it'll give you available slots, and there might not be any slots available for today. So you might have to schedule yourself for tomorrow. And that's what I got on there the other day. And that's why last week I missed Tuesday, because I forgot to schedule. I scheduled Monday like the week before, but I forgot to schedule Tuesday when Tuesday became open. Because these slots, if you don't have platinum, you can't schedule out past the next 6 to 7 days. And the farther you go out, then there's going to be availability. But when you get closer to that day, there might not be anything. So I went to schedule on Tuesday. I was in the house. I went to open the app to hit Dash Now, and it says schedule, and I'm like, oh crap. They had one 30-minute window from like 6 to 6:30 or 6:30 to 7 or something like that. And I'm like, I get done on Tuesdays in 3 hours anyway, so I'm done. And I'm like, I'm not gonna go out for 30 minutes. I'm just not. So schedule your Dash, even if, right? Even if you're already platinum, right? That way, one, it can potentially cut down on the amount of dashers that are out there. It doesn't let people who didn't schedule when it's already full of dashers, right? So here's the reality. Let's say that we have, I don't know, 15 people in this area that are platinum, that are dashing, right? And if those 15 people don't schedule, they just go in and hit Dash Now, because as platinum people, you have the ability to Dash Now, right? But if you just go in and Dash Now, well, let's say that DoorDash lets 20 people dash in an area, schedule in an area, right? Well, if the platinum people, all 15 of them, go out there and schedule themselves, that means that only 5 non-platinum people can schedule themselves in that area during that time frame, right? So I'm just throwing that out there. If you want to potentially cut down some competition for the night and you're platinum, go ahead and schedule when you think you're going to be working, so that some newbie comes along, or some person that doesn't have the status and doesn't need the, I see people on Facebook all the time. It's like, I have an AR of 20 and I'm proud of it. I get to make all kinds of money, and I pick and choose. And I'm just like, oh, don't get me started on that, which I always do. But anyway, but go ahead and block the time so that someone that has to schedule, they should have scheduled further out, right? That's my theory anyway, as to how to try to keep the saturation down in my area for myself. Now, the crazy part about my area is that it's huge, because it doesn't just cover where I dash. It covers all of Little Rock, maybe in other parts north of Little Rock. I don't know. I don't ever go up there. North Little Rock. I mean, yeah, it goes up into there. So it's a huge area. So I'm just saying, if you're platinum, schedule it and keep the saturation down a little. All right, well, I don't know what's going on, but I'm still a little ways from a Dash area, so there's no orders right now. And I don't know if I have to be right on top of them or whatever, but I'm not getting any orders. So I'm a little, not just a little bit frustrated. I'd like to know that I can get some orders. But it could be either a low order night on a Wednesday night where people aren't eating at home and they're all at church or whatever. I don't know. Or we got a lot of Dashers out here, and the Dashers that are closer to restaurants are getting them and I'm not because I'm further away. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna hit pause. I'm gonna get some berries and carrots and tomatoes as my little pre-snack for dinner, and I'll be back when I get an order. See you in a bit. All right, we have got some Popeye's Louisiana fried chicken picked up here. I can't remember what it was, like $4.50 or something maybe, for about a little less than 2 miles. So gotta get across the freeway into some neighborhoods over there. Oh. But yeah, so far it seems to be a relatively low order night. I think I've got a 6 and 2 4s. So we need to pick it up. We need to pick it up for a Wednesday. So the goal is to hit $100 on a 6-hour night. It's not looking like it tonight. So I do think I've got a little gap in time on Saturday that I'm going to Dash as well, to try to get me back up to what I hope to be at least 300, maybe a little more for this week. But if I don't, because I took off last night, and tonight is a long night. Tomorrow is tomorrow is supposed to be a short night, but I've already said because I missed last night, I'm going to work the full night tomorrow night. Take off Friday, and then I got about I don't know, I think I scheduled it from 11 to 3:30 maybe. So pick up an extra shift on a Saturday, and like a lunch shift, just see how that goes. And then I'll have Saturday, the rest of Saturday, Sunday off. I don't know, it's so hot outside, we probably won't do much. The kids are gone. It's a holiday weekend, so I don't know, we probably won't do much. But we might get up and go out to eat somewhere or do something like that. But it's miserable right now. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me getting old or what, but that heat is kicking my tail as of late. All right, I'm gonna go deliver this food. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. We have $15.25 so far in an hour and 24 minutes. So yeah, we're batting about 10 bucks an hour. Not exactly on par with what we need. We're 3 for 3. That order was $4.75, so $2.25 DoorDash, $2.50 tip. So we're gonna continue dashing and see what happens next. Not really a whole lot going on here. It's a very slow, it's a very odd Wednesday. I see a lot of people complaining that their orders are lower now, and they're just kind of fight through it till they get back to when summer's over, I guess. But all right, well, not exemplary order, but nonetheless it's 2 orders picking up from Wendy's for $9 total, but only 3 miles total distance, so I will accept that. Looks like there's 1 pickup, 2 drop-offs. So we're gonna head over to Wendy's, pick these up, and we'll be back after we pick them up. Thanks. Alright guys, so I don't know, we were in there 10-15 minutes, but we got the 2 orders. We're headed out. The first one is 1.3 miles away for 5 minutes. So I think they're both back across the freeway. I don't know if one of them's at a... They might both be at 2 different hotels or something. I don't know. It looks a little weird where we're going, but it's hard to say where this is. Anyway, we're gonna get it delivered, and yeah, we'll figure it out. See if I can dodge all these cars coming flying up through here. All right, we're gonna deliver these 2 orders, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. We just dropped off a $9 order for 2 different deliveries, and they were really close to each other. And immediately, as I was trying to look through the orders to see if I got any tips at all, which I suspect probably like $2 on both or something, maybe $2, $3, something like that, with the DoorDash pay being pretty minimal. But anyway, I got another order for like $6.50 or something like that for Burger King. So I don't normally go to a Burger King, so we're gonna run to Burger King and pick up their food, and then we'll be on our way. So I'm still eating some snacks here, and I'm going to catch up with you guys on the other side of Burger King. So see you then. All right, guys, this one is picked up, bagged up, rock and rolling. 4 minutes away. Where are we going? Okay. I think I can get out this other way down here. I didn't say that. Although their drive-through is all backed up here. People are blocking the road. Alright, so this might put us over $30 maybe. And I've yet to have an order that was over like $6. $6 and some change. So it's a very slow Wednesday, I have to say. It's gonna be tough sledding to hit 100 tonight. We're gonna keep trying though. Maybe we'll find somebody willing to pay something. It is hot out here today. About due for another haircut. I think it's getting a little long here. Alright, so that's interesting. Larry's Pizza. I haven't had a Larry's Pizza order in a good while, so I don't know. It looks closed down. I don't know what the deal is, if they closed for the week or what the deal is, but it's not I don't know what night of the week they close, if they close on anything other than Sundays or Mondays. Maybe not, but they don't appear to be open right now, and it is prime dinner time on a Wednesday. Maybe they close on Wednesday for church reasons or something, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go deliver this order and we'll be right back.
I just
All right, guys. So we got us. We're up to $30.75 after 2 hours and 15 minutes. So that order was $6.50 with a $2.50 base and a $4 tip. So not too bad. We are gonna keep trying to knock these things out. So 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. We're sitting a little bit over 30 bucks. That's up to $15 an hour. Or not quite, but getting closer anyway. So we're gonna keep trying, pushing, shooting for the, what am I doing here? Oh, another crap order. But we're gonna keep taking them. This is right at $1 per mile from a KFC for $4. So, all right. One of these is gonna turn out good. I promise you. In the meantime, I'm gonna run to KFC, pick up some chicken, go and head out to deliver it. We'll see you on the other side. All right, guys. It took a little while to get the chicken, but I had another order while I was in there to pile onto that one. That was $7 plus. So that's always, it's a crapshoot, but plus is better than not having the plus every single time. Even if it's a quarter or 50 cents, it's better than not having the plus sign. So we're gonna go over to this little Asian restaurant, pick up some, I don't know what they're getting, but whatever. I got me a Mountain Dew and a what's called a $7 fill-up. So some chicken tenders and I don't know what else came in there, but I'm hungry. I'm gonna go ahead and eat it. So we'll catch you guys on the other side of picking this food up. See ya. All right, guys, we got both orders picked up and we are headed out the door. 2.3 miles to the first one. Let me figure out which way I'm going. Looks like I'm going towards Benton. Okay. All right. We'll get this delivered. If I can only see around these big cars. All right. Excuse me. We'll get out of here. I will let you guys know how we're doing on these orders in just a bit. And I'm gonna finish eating. So yeah, I'll see you back in a minute. All right, guys, that first one was $4 with a $4 DoorDash pay. Oh, and here he comes. Hold on a second. Well, that was very nice of him. It was a $0 tip, but he said he likes giving his tips in cash. So I'm glad I stuck around long enough for him to bring me cash. So that was very nice, though. So anyway, I'm gonna go deliver this other food, and we'll get back at it in a minute. So we'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, we just got finished with that delivery. 3 hours and 2 minutes at $41.75, and that one was $7. Huh, it said $7 plus, but I did not get any plus on it. So, but $7, so $2.50 base pay, $4.50 tip, so good enough. So yeah, so I'm a ways out, and I am going to hit the pause and get back into town, and we'll catch you when we get our next delivery. Alright guys, we just got another order. I can't tell you what it was worth. It was seemingly a little high mileage. I think it was $6 and some change, which has been our go-to orders for tonight. $6, $4, $6, $4. I need to get some better orders, but it is a Wednesday night, so I don't know exactly what the deal is, but yeah, it's pretty slow. Needless to say, we're not gonna hit 100. I don't think we're gonna hit 100. We aren't gonna have 50 by 8, and which would be 4 hours, so little chance of getting another 55 by 10. So I'm gonna run in and grab this food. We'll be right back. So yeah, 7 miles it says, 13 minutes. That is quite the delivery. I get to go to Alexander. Nice. They sent me a message that just says, thank you. I'm gonna get back with my best Chick-fil-A response. My pleasure. And then we're gonna hit the road. All right. I am trying to figure out how to get out of this parking spot. Not really a whole lot happening tonight, so it's very slow. It's very mediocre, to say the least. I don't know. I have status. Good night, people. Sorry. I have the status, but not getting good orders today. I felt like I did pretty good Monday, maybe last Thursday. Today, it is not pretty at all. I gotta get that. So, yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but I don't know. I can't see getting $20 an hour for the next 2 hours, and even if I did, that would put us upwards to close to 90. But I'd be surprised if we hit 70 by 10 o'clock, and which is only a couple. Well, it's 2.5 more hours. But with this particular delivery right here is going to take us the rest of that 12 minutes there, 12 minutes back. It'll be 8 o'clock, and yeah. And that we won't even be at 50 with this order, so yeah, it's kind of tough in that regard. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy, So I was reading Facebook today, and I don't think I brought this up earlier, but I was looking at one of the Facebook groups that I'm in for DoorDashing, and this one person was just like, is it just me or is it slow? And I have no idea where these people are. They brought up the fact that the oversaturation of the market. It's inevitable that you got people that are like, you gotta have an account for Uber Eats and for Grubhub and for DoorDash and play all three of them at the same time. And I'm like, oh crap, I don't want to mess with that kind of crap. The only way you're gonna do good at that is if you do decline a bunch of orders and hope that one of them pays you a decent order for that time. I really I don't know in this area if any of those do any better. I don't see a lot of people picking up orders for Grubhub or for, come on people, speed up, for Uber Eats. I have seen people doing Uber Eats, but not that many. I do run into people every single night doing DoorDash. So I just don't know if Uber Eats has got the restaurants down here. So, but I just can't imagine. I mean, I could do it, I'm sure, but it just seems like it'd be more complicated to try to run 2 or 3 different app services to get deliveries all at the same time. My guess would be that you're going to have late deliveries, right? And when you have late deliveries, there's only so many late deliveries that they're gonna like, hey, you're not providing the best service, we don't really want you. Because I do hear about people getting kicked off the service. So I don't know why, but my guess is probably either their ratings are so bad or they don't deliver, all their orders are not on time, all their orders have missing food, all their orders have no food. So a lot of different things like that could happen. So it's interesting to say the least. It is interesting. I do need to so I should have, well, I know you're not, you are not today. You might be in 2 weeks in the future, in the far, far, far future. But I should have had a video drop at about 6 o'clock tonight, from about 2 weeks ago, maybe the 17th or something like that. I can't remember. Of June. This is actually, I'm doing July 2nd. So today's July 2nd. So those videos are, I'm pretty far behind on my videos. So I need to start pushing them and getting them out the door to try to get caught up, because I gotta get better. So I switched over from CapCut to Premiere Pro, and there's a couple of things I'm learning about Premiere Pro that I do like. There's and that weren't available in CapCut, but CapCut seemed to be simpler, let's say. And I don't know how to do anything really fancy as far as editing in Premiere Pro, and there's so much in there, and I just like I say, hey Google, tell me how to do this in Premiere Pro, and it's like, okay, go do this and this and this and this, and I'm like, I didn't even know these fields exist or where to find them most of the time. Oh, and there's hey Google trying to answer my question about where this and this is inside Premiere Pro. I'm pretty sure it's not there. But yeah, Premiere Pro is definitely a lot harder to deal with, and just a lot of stuff going on, I guess. A lot of stuff going on. I gotta figure out how to get, so I didn't ever use CapCut to do this, and I am now using Premiere Pro to do it. I was using a different software, but I gotta figure out how to make shorts out of Premiere Pro, and I think I've got it. But I downloaded a video, had everything on there that I felt like I wanted, but the video itself, the source came from, I downloaded it off because it was like my 5th episode, and I'm still going through like the 5th episode to get shorts out of it, and then I'll move to the 6th, and I'm already at episode like 39. So I'm way behind on those shorts, but trying to get those clips, and when I took that one clip that I did and uploaded it, it didn't upload it as a short. And what I found is because I downloaded it from YouTube, it downloaded it as a widescreen, and I need it to be vertical to be a short. So somehow I got to change the format on it. And so I think I was doing that when I left. As it turns out, when you download that, episode number 5 was a long video. So I downloaded it, and it has to convert it to all 9:16, which is a vertical. And yeah, it takes a long time to change that. So, but then I had already downloaded one of the short videos, so I loaded it in there and converted it, but I don't know if I exported it or not. I can't. I was in a hurry to do a bunch of stuff and trying to do work stuff at the same time. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff happening. So my kids are on a 14-hour flight to Japan, and I don't know what time they left. I know they left about 6, maybe 7 this morning, but that was just to Houston. And then I don't know what time their flight was from Houston to Tokyo. So I'm kind of just feeling a little anxious about hearing from them. But I know it's supposed to be like 14 hours from the time they left Houston. But I don't know what time they left Houston. So maybe it was 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. I'm not real sure. Oh, I hate this place. And these addresses are all messed up. 15. There's a 14. There's a 16. But there's no 15. No, there's a 15 over there. But there's no sidewalk or anything. So I guess, oh sheesh, there's a A, B, C, and D as well. Alright. I don't know where the heck. Interesting. Alright, I see. Okay. I'm gonna go deliver this food and we'll be right back. So, I haven't looked yet, but I'm up to $48.50, and so I was wondering if they had left a tip, and it was $6.75. They did the $4.75 with the $2 tip, and may have left another, yeah, and they added $2 more. So thank you for that. I will send them a little message. So that was my first extra tip of the day, which is nice of them. So, and guess what? That put us at $50.50. So now we got to get out of here. And I do not know how to get out of this place if I have to go. I think they just keep on building back in here. They're really nice looking little I don't know what you would call them, like townhomes or quadruplexes or I don't know. There's all different kinds of buildings and stuff, different shapes of things. Some have upstairs and some have downstairs only. I don't know. It's kind of crazy looking, but they're nice looking places, and it's at the very back of a like an apartment, big fancy apartment complex, but then they have all these little townhouse looking things back here that looks like they should be in Colorado. This is what it makes me think about. They should be planting aspen trees. I don't know that they would grow here, but that's what these little places remind me of. Alright, so fingers crossed we won't get any orders while we're over this way. I don't want to deliver out here. But it is over, like, it says 4.6 miles back to where I normally dash. So anyway, alright, I'm gonna hit pause. We'll catch you when we get back into town, or, well, there is an order for a Chick-fil-A that is taking me probably into Little Rock. Oh, look at that. Oh, definitely not where I want to go. Alright, I'm going to accept this order and we'll take our chances. And I am going to pause my delivery after I get this order, because I definitely don't want to get any orders over there. Pause orders after delivery. And this is the Chick-fil-A, yeah, Chick-fil-A down at Otter Creek, or whatever they call it down there. So anyway, alright, I'm gonna go get this Chick-fil-A order, and we'll catch you on the other side of picking that up. Alright guys, says it's 6 miles, 9 minutes away. It's definitely headed into areas I don't want to go. It's still a little bit daylight, so we'll get down the road and then get back. And I got a whole crap load of people walking right behind the car, and another car backing out behind me. Come on, people, are y'all gonna walk? Y'all gonna do the slow walk right there? Ah. Alright. Come on. Alright, here we go. Alright, what is the easiest way to get out of here? I don't know. It's telling me to go that way. Make a loop around. What possibly could be easier? Okay, so slow day. DoorDashing. This is gonna put me closer to 60. Not, I don't think it's quite at 60, but maybe. I can't remember how much this was. It seems like it was like $8.75, so it's gonna be put me at 659 something. So still $40 away from 100. With 2 hours to go. So that means this is gonna take, this right here is gonna take 20 minutes round trip. from right here. So that means I'm only gonna have about an hour and 40 minutes left. And I could go probably 2 hours from that. I don't really want to stay past 10:30 for sure, so I gotta get my steps in tonight. I gotta have about, I'm at 57, so I need about 30, I can't do math, 4,300, which is, you know, roughly 43, a little less than 43 minutes. I didn't think I was gonna get it last night. I finally I got out there and I was like, dadgummit. And I had about, I don't know, I had quite a bit to go, but I didn't have enough time, so I was out there booking it, trying to get those steps in. My dog was hating me because I made him walk the whole way with me. And yeah, I crossed the 10,000 mark at about 11:59 and 30 seconds. So I was cutting it close there. Cutting it close. So I have this goal every day of getting 10,000 steps. Some days I get it. Most days I get it, right? I missed 2 days in June. And one, I got home to do them, and I got the dog all leashed up. We're out walking down the driveway, and then all of a sudden it just starts pouring down rain and lightning and thunder everywhere. And I'm like, all right, I guess we're not going to do it today. So, I mean, I had like 5,000, 6,000 steps, and that's as far as we got. The other time I missed it by like 200 in the middle of June somewhere. So I'm gonna try to get back on the streak where we don't miss any in July. So I don't know. It's harder in July, August, September just because it's so hot. And it's harder doing it when I'm doing DoorDash as well, because I want to stay out and get my $100 or whatever and then go home and walk. But if I work past 10:30 or whatever, I don't have time to get all the steps in. Where the heck is this taking me? This is way out of where I want to go, that's for sure. But I don't want to do all the steps in the morning times or like I am working. I do take the dog out during work hours, but I don't get that many steps. And I could get up early, but I'm not a morning person at all. Not a morning person at all. This thing's taking me a long ways. Where the heck is this thing taking me? Oh my goodness. I can't comprehend that somebody, like, I don't know. It's one of those things that's somewhat frustrating to me that takes me this far away to a Chick-fil-A, from Chick-fil-A. But it's just the way that it works, and I know that it's not in my area, but it is in my area, you know. It's not taking me, because the area I work in, is my own quote-unquote personal area. It's not DoorDash's area, which is, you know, huge. I choose not to partake into these places. If I would rather it be around noontime and not at 8 o'clock at night. I definitely don't want to do it if it's if it's dark. Man, I'm getting tired. And this will be the last delivery, and we'll turn on dashing in the dark after this. So we'll get it. And really, this is a short video because I turned it off a lot tonight. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling all like chatty Cathy on here tonight. I wasn't my normal rambling dasher. So I know I need to dig around and get a little bit more things to talk about. So I apologize if you watch this one and realize, you know what, it's just every time I get an order I get on, and when I deliver an order I get on. But other than that, it's not my normal dashing. Oh crap, there's a gate here. What the heck? How the heck am I supposed to do this? There we go, they gave me an entry code. I had no idea. There you go. The gate is opening and someone else is going through. And somebody else is going through. Oh wow. I don't know where the doors are to these things. C. Apartment. Oh crap, that was a speed bump right there. E. Now I found the right building. Now I gotta find where do you go to see the doors at? You had to go inside? Oh, interesting. Oh crap. Oh. I am so confused by this place. So confused. So confused, but we're gonna figure this out. All right, just bear with me. I will be right back. Fingers crossed. All right, so that was interesting. Hit continue. Handed the order to them. Whoo! That put us at $59.25. We accepted 9 out of 9. It was $8.75, $3.75 with a $5 tip. So thank you very much. So that is going to conclude this episode of the Rambling Dasher. I feel like my hair is jacked up. But I gotta get a haircut. I need to grow some hair, I think. Here, let's do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. So, thank you so much for tagging along. If you have an opportunity, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and check out in the next day or so. We'll finish this night out with an episode of Dashing in the Dark. So just finish the numbers: 59.25, 9 out of 9, 4.7 hours, and let's see if what kind of numbers we ended up with. Ratings. It's not, there it goes. We got our acceptance rate up from it's at 89 to 89. It's not gonna go up for a long time, because all those 7 that knocked it down were within the very recent. So we're at 99%, 92%, still 5.0, 131, and 2689 for total dashes. So I'm going to end it with that. Thank you. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll catch you another time. Bye-bye.